Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com, and Wrestling Figs. We're here at Toy Fair 2020, and I'm with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. Let's say a boy, his dinosaur, and his dinosaur. What's going on, man?
Yeah, actually, I just found Larry here at the Toy Fair. I haven't seen him in 64 million years, so I thought he was a goner. Very happy.
So he's younger than him.
Yeah, he's by 1 million years, so not much in my time frame.
That's amazing. So this is like, he's not a replacement for Marco Stunt, is he?
No.
No?
I can't.
Is he an addition?
Well, if Marco's okay with it, but I can't find him. He's somewhere in. I'm sure he's somewhere in this Toy Fair playing around.
Over there
he got lost in the ball pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marco.
We can't find him. That's all right. It happens. Thinking about you guys as a group, did you ever think about possibly doing the Freebird rule with him or anything like that? What do you think?
Well, actually, yeah, that'd be cool. So if one of us, anyone can defend title, we gotta win titles first.
Well, that's true, but tagging in and out when it happens.
We got to get a real tag match first.
Yeah, that's true. Me and him have to have a real one. We haven't had a main tag of just me and him yet. It's been always three of us. So, hey, the 3-on-3s are great. I'd love if they had trios titles. We'd be, we could bypass the whole thing.
That'd be interesting. Who are you guys itching to have that kind of that first big tag match with?
Probably the Bucks for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, definitely the Bucks. Of course, I still want to wrestle the Lucha Brothers because I missed out on the one that we had planned to have.
They beat the shit out of me. I'm good.
Jungle Boy's done, but hopefully not. Hopefully we don't have any more painful endeavors like that, right?
Hopefully.
So we're here for the announcement of the AEW Toy Line. Obviously, there's all the main stars represented. How do you guys feel about this? There's so much detail, so many accessories. Are you looking forward to when you're in the wrestling figure line?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's so cool. The tattoos, I mean, obviously for him that's going to be a big thing, but that's crazy to me how detailed they are. They have little tiny writing and it's crazy.
Jungle Boy, you a wrestling figure collector yourself?
Not anymore, but when I was younger, yeah, I had a bunch of them. So,
Luchasaurus, what do you think, man?
Well, the idea of getting all of my tattoos just right, I heard, did push back my character a little bit longer than some of the other characters, so I apologize to Jungle Boy that we're not out there yet. But what are you going to do after 65 million years? You got a lot of tattoos. You got to remember things because I can't remember my mind. But it's going to be a real thrill to see the figures. To have a duo thing with him is going to be really cool. I think kids are going to love it. It's just different for wrestling. So I'm very excited for it. It's coming out soon enough. I've had so many years as a dinosaur.
It's a blink for
it's
you.
A blink for me. Yeah, it's
a long time for me.
Yeah, I know. He's on Christmas Eve, counting down the hours. I'm like, okay, what's another, few months?
You'll be unwrapping that present and get the first Jungle Boy, right?
Yes, that'll be exciting.
That'll be awesome. So you just referenced kids, you guys in a world of wrestling where maybe characters that kids don't necessarily enjoy or relate to as much. It's few and far between. Do you feel like you're those types of talents, that type of wrestler?
Yeah, for sure. I in my mind, I am a kid.
Jungle Boy.
Yeah, and he's a dinosaur, so it's kind of perfect for it. I don't see what's not to love about it.
I mean, the idea of a Jungle Boy riding a dinosaur to the ring is something very visually striking for a child, in a child's imagination. I would have loved it as a young dinosaur to see someone like that, especially if they were representing the dinosaur community, because I'm one of the first to do so. So it's a big responsibility on my shoulders to do something like that. But at the same time, I think our characters really work too, even with Marco, is because we're such an interactive team. There's something you can identify with each one of us, especially for the kids. And they see Marco and they feel like they can be out there, and it's really cool for them. And it's just kind of also for me, I could be an opposing figure, but with these guys coming out with me, it just makes me lovable. So it's real interesting. The dynamic just kind of works perfectly.
It's pretty clear you guys are lovable guys, and we talked to all kinds of guys over the weekend. We talked to the Bucks, we talked to Omega and Page. There's a lot of tension going on there right now, especially with Revolution coming up. Do you guys feel that tension in the locker room?
We do. I kind of try and make it my responsibility to keep the locker room as fun as possible. I get in trouble sometimes for yelling. But, I'm just trying to boost everyone's morale, keep everyone excited. But I've had to talking to before, so I get it. Yeah.
Hopefully not too strenuous. But.
No, not too. It was a warning.
Any warnings for you, Jazwares?
Oh yeah, I get a little upset when my stuff doesn't go according to plan. I'm a very passionate dinosaur and very big, so if I get upset, to me it seems normal, but maybe I might scare people. But for the most part, I'm friends with everybody, and honestly, I kind of have a leadership role where I make sure everyone's nutrition is on point before matches. I'm very concerned with everyone's nutrition going out to the ring. So I want to make sure everyone's, on the same page, Being around for 65 million years, I think I've learned something. Not many people make it that far. So that's my goal, is to keep the locker room a healthy place.
You following that healthy nutrition rule for
He's
him?
not allowed to gain too much weight because he's got to stay on my shoulders. My neck can't handle that.
What do you think?
I follow some of it.
Okay, there we go.
That helps. So like chips once in a while, but mostly like a nice clean diet, right?
Well, I recommend the desserts though. Catering has the best desserts. It's like you can have one treat a day. One treat a day.
Sounds pretty open-minded. It's nice.
Dinosaurs are very open-minded. That's the thing. People think our species is scary and we're monsters. No, we're animals. Don't ever call us monsters. And we're very open-minded. We're interested in many different ways of thinking.
Amazing. Love it. You guys are pretty wild, and seeing some of that wild energy come into wrestling action figures is going to be pretty awesome when it happens. So thinking about some of the looks you've had, is there a specific look that you want to see featured directly in some of these figures?
Ooh. I kind of like the classic gear. I usually just have the brown trunks. That's kind of the image I want to get out there. But we did have the white gear the one time. We all had white for All Out, so that would be cool.
What do you
No.
just thinking about it? Yeah. Well, Luchasaurus, how about you?
I just want to make sure that the hips are mobile on the action figure, so the kids can throw my spinning tail whip kicks. But as far as gear, I think my gear is pretty intricate, and we had some really cool gear at All Out. And I'm still kind of wearing that same vibe. I haven't switched yet. I've been trying to hold off on switching that, kind of let everyone get a feel for us. Maybe at another pay-per-view, we'll all come out with the same kind of cohesion again down the line. But hopefully they come out with multiple ones eventually, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny that you reference your move, because we'll have that level of articulation that we'll probably be able to make that happen.
It's probably better than my actual dinosaur hips.
Toy hamstring.
Don't break it. Don't be too rough with them.
Yeah, it's old.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for talking to us. It's been awesome to check this out with you, and we'll see you next time.
Hey.
See you there.
Thanks for having us.